Welcome to our Getting Started Entering Data tutorial for iTableAmount for the iPad. The first time you run iTableAmount, you will be presented with the following four screens. The first screen welcomes and introduces you to iTableAmount. iTableAmount is the premier Canadian child support calculator, enabling you to do child support calculations for sole, split, and shared custody arrangements. The files you create can be printed and/or shared with family, friends, and clients. By choosing Continue, you are then presented with a screen which gives you the option to store your files in iCloud. We suggest you choose this powerful feature as it enables you to access your files at home, at the office, or on the go using multiple devices. Once you select that option, iTableAmount asks to use your current location. To show you why an app like iTableAmount would ask you to do this, I am going to select OK. By selecting OK, you are now asked if iTableAmount can set your province as the default province for new files. Again, we recommend you select OK as it saves you from having to set the province manually every time you create a new file. As such, I am going to select OK. This concludes our four-screen introduction to iTableAmount and brings you to the Files screen. Now, whenever you open iTableAmount, you will be immediately brought to this Files screen unless you have an open file, as that file will still be open. Initially, you will not have any files, so you will be selecting New in the top right-hand corner of this screen. This opens up a new file in the basic mode with our default preferences for province, which we were prompted to set earlier, annual guideline income, and number of children. Please view our tutorial on preferences to see how the default mode and these other values can be changed to suit your needs. The basic mode is useful for simple sole custody arrangements with 4 different pieces of data you can change or enter. Most users, however, will usually use the advanced mode, which handles sole, split, and shared custody arrangements, as well as giving the user the ability to enter the names and labels for each parent. To demonstrate this, I am going to switch to this mode by clicking on the Advanced button in the middle of the top toolbar. Entering information is quite easy and straightforward. By clicking in Parent 1's name field, you are presented with a keyboard. An interesting feature of iTableAmount is the ability to split and move this keyboard. By clicking and holding down on the keyboard icon in the bottom right-hand corner of the keyboard, you are presented with the option to split the keyboard like this. The keyboard can then be moved around on the screen, or the pieces can be docked and merged back to the bottom of the screen by again clicking and holding down the keyboard icon. Let's go ahead and enter our data. For Parent 1, we will use the name William Foster. We'll keep Alberta as the province, and William's guideline income will be $54,000. Parent 2 will be Susan Foster. For demonstration purposes, we will change Susan's province to BC by selecting the arrows to the right of the province. Susan's annual guideline income we'll leave as the default value of $35,000. We can now enter a name for the child by clicking in the name field for that child. This child's name will be Benjamin Foster. Depending on the situation, you can change the custody of Benjamin to William or Susan by clicking on the arrows beside shared. For this situation, we will leave Benjamin as being in a shared custody situation. We can add another child by clicking on the plus icon in the lower left toolbar. We can then name this child Sally Foster by again clicking in the name field. And for demonstration purposes, we will assign sole custody of Sally to Susan Foster by clicking on the arrows beside shared. Our data is now all entered, so by swiping to the left, we are presented with the calculation screen. Based on the information we entered, the net monthly amount of child support payable by William Foster to Susan Foster is $444. If your situation requires a different payment frequency, we can change this by clicking on the icon in the top toolbar. You can now change the payment frequency to bi-monthly or bi-weekly if necessary, and the calculation will be adjusted. Thank you for viewing our tutorial. Please see our other tutorials to learn about other features and functions of iTableAmount. Thank you.